Hi guys, it's Longboy13. It's time for the weather forecast for the week ahead. Don't explain about my hair. I will get it trimmed soon. But if you can cope with seeing me on the screen, you can definitely cope with what I'm going to say for the next few minutes ahead. Anyways, at this week's weather, it's a pretty quiet week once again. A little bit cooler than last week. Temperatures did pretty well. We've had low 20s in a few places. Not going to quite reach that this week, but overall some very usable weather. It's going to be quite calm. Winds quite light all week. Plenty of dry weather. There will be some stubborn fog at times in the very far north of Scotland. Unfortunately, they'll be stuck underneath weather fronts which will be lingering the country pretty much all throughout the week. So quite a wet week for you there, but many of us will have a dry week. So today's weather, and a fine day, a tad fresher than yesterday. We just got a bit of a cold front that sinks southeastwards overnight, but some plenty of sunny spells around today, not bad for an afternoon's walk. The wind's again quite light today, a bit breezier in the north, a few heavy showers as well across the Northern Isles along with the weather fronts, which will be the main picture for the week ahead. But overall it's a fine picture, quite settled. Generally it will be a bit cooler everywhere with heights of around 14 to 16 degrees Celsius, but in southwest England and parts of Wales, in Cardiff for example, that cold front never quite reaches the southwest of England, so potentially we could even reach 20 degrees Celsius for Cardiff for example. Not bad at all for this stage in October. But it will be quite fresh for all overnight. Not particularly cold, but cooler than of recent nights. I mean, the last few nights temperatures have been more around into the mid-teens. Tonight we'll see lows of roughly around 6 to 11 degrees Celsius with widespread clear spells, and again there's some mist and fog forming, so it could be quite chilly, a bit damp in the north. Sorry about that, I have to wait for the horse to go through. Happens nearly every week now. Anyways, back to the forecast. Tomorrow's weather for Monday, and a fairly similar picture. I think maybe a little bit more cloud or some low mist and fog forming in some places throughout the day tomorrow, but I think there will be some sunny spells, especially into the afternoon hours across central and southern England. Some good sunny spells as well. It will feel pleasantly warm for October. Again, the winds will be quite light. Unfortunately, it stays damp in the very not far north of Scotland with some persistent rain at times or some further showers. Temperatures will be around kind of a bit similar for most on Monday, to be fair. Heights of around 12 to 16 degrees Celsius. A few southern areas might even get up to around 17 or 18 degrees Celsius, which is possible. And it kind of stays that way into Tuesday. It could be quite chilly start to Tuesday with some clear skies around. But I think on Tuesday, after a bright start in the morning, a little bit more cloud will build into the afternoon. So not quite as much sunshine on Tuesday. The fog may be slower to burn as well. Again, staying damp in the north with some isolated showers or some rain at times. Temperatures maybe around 12 to 13 degrees Celsius for most. And actually northeastern areas could be quite chilly potentially for a time. It's just 10 to 12, quite low for the time of the year. But southern areas will be noticeably warmer to around into the mid-teens. A few places might be close to 17 or 18 once again. But overall, a bit more cloud likely on Tuesday, and I think into Wednesday, I think there's going to be some complications midweek. I think overall for Wednesday it's mainly dry, winds mostly light, the fog likely to take some time to burn away in some places. A brighter afternoon for Wednesday, but some places may stay cloudy all day, depending whereabouts you're living, and it could be likely in coastal areas you may likely to have a much more duller day, whilst in inland you get the best chance of seeing some sunshine. But unfortunately, like I said, northern Scotland staying damp and wet, quite windy in the northeast on Wednesday, and like I said, it will impact temperatures into low double figures at best on Wednesday, elsewhere around 13 to 16. Into Thursday, I think maybe the best day of the week potentially, and the best of the sunshine. The fog may burn away quite quickly, we'll see more and wave widespread sunshine. Temperatures mid-teens quite widely, and again, a few places 18 degrees is not out of the question, but once again around 12 to 14 in the north underneath the cloud, and some outbreaks of rain. Now into the end of the week, I think it will turn quite windy in the north, but also pressure will be rising throughout other places throughout the weekend ahead, so staying fine and settled. I think there will be sunny spells around into Friday, but again, still a few showers, but I think hopefully a bit more in the way of dry weather by Friday, so high pressure, despite the stronger winds, will be moving northwards by the end of the week. So temperatures around 12 to 15 degrees and any sunny spells. Into next week, probably likely to be a very different week, typical as we approach into the first week of half term for some schools. Unfortunately, next week it will be a bit more of a typical autumnal week after a mainly dry week or two. It is going to be turning potentially quite wet, not all the time. I think likely northern areas will start off fairly wet and it will move southwards throughout next week at some point. Temperatures not particularly cold. We'll get a mild west or southwesterly direction, so mid-teens temperatures likely to be into next week. But overall, some rain will be and wind will be returning next week. Some dry interludes, but obviously not as nice as it will be this week. So plenty of dry weather this week ahead. And that's it for this week's weather. And also be sure to check out my Adobe update video. And I will also try and get a couple of videos out. I may do like some review videos on what I've been watching on Netflix, just as a media reaction, let's say. But I'll get a couple more videos out for you, so be sure to keep an eye out. And other than that, guys, that's it for me. Like, comment, subscribe. Storm is now out.